Hello, welcome to part 2 of my attempt at the Teen a Day challenge. I am up to number 10, 16 and pregnant. So this is her. I had a really hard time getting her to look pregnant because I don't have like a pregnancy mod for teens. Like I don't have a pregnancy mod just in general. I just have Wicked Whims and like MCC and stuff like that. So I just tried to make her belly look flat, and then I was trying to pick out clothes that made her belly look even more fat. I think I said flat just then. Fat is what I meant. I'm trying to make it look like she's pregnant, obviously. So I got like wrinkled crop top that's wrinkled at the bottom and a skirt that's like, it just makes it look like her tummy's like protruding because it's the best that I can do. And yeah, I just made her a classic blonde, you know, she's just living her best life, and she happened to get a little bloated along the way. Right, so just to spice things up, I gave this sim like 2 traits that kind of they're for the drama. So one is that she's looking for a soulmate. So she's gotten, you know, pregnant by accident. So that's a bit of a road bump in her plan to find her soulmate. And I gave her the trait that she hates children, which is just interesting. So she lives in like a single mom household with a sister. So her mom has a brand new, like a toddler, like aged kid. And so her hating children is an interesting dynamic considering her current situation. The theatre kid was really quick for me, so he wasn't that hard to think of, and I hadn't done like a blonde yet, so I was very keen to do a blonde theatre kid. His aspiration is to be an actor, so he wants to be a world famous celebrity. I think I made it so that his aspiration is to be a world famous celebrity and not to master acting. I think there's an option to choose your aspiration is mastering acting, but I feel like mainstream acting and like acting for the talent or acting for, you know, the art form is totally different. And so in that way, he's kind of pretentious. I had a really fun time coming up with the bully, so I've made her sort of like a pompous, like girl, you know, she's from a rich family, she dresses quite sophisticated. She thinks everyone's, you know, beneath her. Her actual aspiration is the neat household. I think it's from the Bust the Dust kit, but it's the one where it's like you want to have a really presentable, well decorated and neat household, and you want to invite people to come and see how nice your place is. And so that's her like aspiration. Her makeup is like she knows how to do her makeup, but she only knows how to do things that are simple. But the idea is like if there is the possibility, she's like the hallway monitor. She's like the person that catches people out in the hall during class time and gives them detentions. So she's quite snarky. She's very much like, what are they called? Like a narc, but she's pretty. She's just mean, so nobody really likes her all that much. I don't know if this actually matters, but I made her parents into lawyers, so it makes sense that she's very rule abiding and she's very intolerant of other people's sort of shortcomings or their mistakes. She's also got the trait of being genius, so to add on top of everything, of course, she thinks people are beneath her. Okay, this is the sim that's in a rock band, and I just wanted to make him hot because I thought, what else is he going to be? You know, he's that sort of mysterious guy that all the girls are kind of drawn to, but they don't really know why they're drawn to him. Like they, they have like they could date the jocks or they could date the quarterbacks. They could date a nerd. They could date anyone, but they want to date the guy who seems dangerous and edgy and mysterious and stuff like that. So I decided to make him quite a bit attractive because I really wanted to play with that aspect of things. Like, oh, he's a bit of a player, but he has a gentle heart. But I mean, does he really? And I think that's all tons of fun. And of course, then he gets to be like an edgy artist. I also made him bisexual. It was just like a last minute decision. Honestly, I really thought of it when I was doing his nails. I was like, hell yeah, bisexual nails. So now he's bi. It's just been decided. I was actually having a hard time trying to explain this sim without making it seem racially motivated. But just because it makes the most sense, the sim, I just sort of assumed she doesn't speak English that well, so she doesn't really want to converse with other people for fear of being made fun of. In the group that she's in, she's with the emo chick, who also happens to be Indian, and so she understands her a little bit better. So it's like the only person in the school that she gets on with, but she's very cute and she's very pretty. I put a bindi on her as well. But yeah, she wears makeup to school, even though she like usually keeps her head down. She wears makeup because she has a bit of a crush on someone. So she always wants to look pretty, you know, just in case and whatnot. I spent an awful lot of time when I was making this sim trying to figure out what skirt she should wear, or like the bottoms equation of the outfit. And then like partway through, I just realized that if she's Indian, then her parents probably don't let her wear skirts to school, like short skirts or anything like that. So that's how I ended up picking the pants. That and if she's got Indian parents, chances are it's really hard for her to organize going to social things or going out with people that they don't know. So I thought that that would be pretty key to how or why she's a loner. And so yeah, but just because she's a loner now doesn't mean has to be a loner always. this was honestly one of the sims I was the most looking forward to, mainly because I already planned to do like a gamer girl apartment build, and I hadn't considered making a sim for it, but because there's a sim involved in this one, now that build is like more complicated. Like, now she has to have her parents in the apartment and everything, so it's going to be like a dynamic gamer girl apartment, and it's going to be for her basically, so keep an eye out for that video. But making the sim was so much fun. I tried not to make her too much like too pink, like a pink explosion type thing. It's not really my style to stick to one color anyway. I tend to go for quite a number of colors even in real life, so I wanted to just like give her a variation but keep it pretty uniform. And yeah, I did do her makeup only once, but it's safe to assume that like she probably live streams or something like that, and she has a particular makeup look that she always goes for because she knows it looks good. So it's the same makeup look for all three of her outfits. I ended up making three because I had that same problem like I had in the last video, where I couldn't quite decide what I was doing for the main outfit, to the point that I just ended up making more outfits that aren't the main one. But you'll be able to see all of them, and she looks great in all of them. The concept is that she's Japanese, so stereotypically I did make her aspiration to see every square inch of Mount Komorebi, so that's going to be her aspiration for now. Hopefully she achieves it at some point in university and we can move on to something a bit bigger. Although I do think I changed it to a super parent, so she either wants to see every square inch of Mount Komorebi or she wants to be a super parent, because I feel like she's going to have some pretty liberal values as a video game player, someone who's very internet aware. She probably has certain kind of ways that she wants to raise her own kids. Okay guys, The Teacher's Pet is the last sim for today. Part 3 will be out next week on Monday. Thank you for watching this far into the video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did enjoy this video and you're enjoying my content lately, please do subscribe. I would love to see you, and look forward to some of the content that I'm going to be bringing out. I usually list stuff that I'm working on in the description or post them on Tumblr or Twitter, whichever one suits your fancy. The quickest way is obviously to subscribe. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!